Hi, welcome back to the conversation. I'm Lincoln Robinson, and we're still here with Lady Selase Selorm. And we're talking about businesses, we're talking about jobs. Now we're going on to a very important topic, money management, money. Because many persons, when they see the profit coming in, they think it's an opportunity to live above their means. So, Lady Selase, explain to us why is it important to save your profit or invest your profit rather than going and squander your profit.
Well, this brings me to this example. Let me give you an example. When I started my business, I started with 3,500 Guyana dollars. But today, I will say that the Lord has brought me this far because I was able to know the difference between my capital and my profit. And I don't squander my profit. In fact, I don't joke with it. When I started, I always put the profit into the business. That is how the business reached where it is now. You don't have to have 2,000 profit and go and use it to buy a wig. You have to invest it back into the business. That is if you want your business to grow. I know many businesses in this country, according to history, they started from the tabletop. If like the time they started using their profit for wig, for dresses, for new shoe, for whatever that is in vogue, they wouldn't reach where they are today. So you have to know what your aims are. When you start your business, try to always invest back into the business. You cannot use your capital to travel with. This is one thing I want to say too. I realize nowadays that people, when they have the profit, they go and buy plane tickets, they travel abroad, they go and spend 3 months, some spend the whole 6 months abroad. How can you as a businesswoman or businessman, you leave your business for that long? That means you are not a good manager. You have to stay with your business. Like for me, sometimes people will think, I don't like to travel, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. If I am living my business all the time, things will go wrong. So you have to dedicate yourself to that business. If you want it to leave the tabletop to the supermarket or wherever you want it to reach, you have to dedicate yourself, dedicate your capital, dedicate your profit, your time. Let me say even your pleasure for that business. That is the only way you can make it. You cannot leave your business to go and stay abroad just because you have the plane ticket or you have the visa.
Wow.
You are not a good manager.
Wow. And
you are not a good business person. You have to put everything, every effort into that business to see it grow to the point that you want it to reach.
Wow. That is so good. So a business is like a child. You have to stay with the child and care for the child until the child can be dependent on itself.
Yes.
I learned from many persons who are in business, for the first few years in business, you suffer a loss.
Yes.
After which you get a profit. However, some persons, because they don't know to organize their business, they don't know the difference between the capital and the profit. So when all the money comes into the business, they believe they have a whole lot of money, they go and do this, they go and do that, and the business crash, the business break down. Because why? Or some of them, everything they see they buy because they see plenty money in front of them. So it brings the question now, how disciplined you should be as a business person with your spending.
Okay, what I do now is, I have a worker, sometimes workers. It depends on whatever we are doing. So far as I can be able to pay my worker or my workers, I should be able to pay myself. When you pay your workers, you are also working, so you must pay yourself out of that. Then out of that, you can do whatever you want to do with it. But I normally put it back into the business to see the business grow to the level that I want to see it to. And out of that my pay, because if I'm working with somebody, if I should be working in a hotel, I'll be paid.
Correct, yes.
You understand? So why can't I pay myself?
True.
Now that I'm working by myself, why can't I pay myself? So out of my own pay, I should be able to pay my tithe.
Correct.
And one thing that I would like to advise people about is they should always pay tithe for their business, because the Bible said he will remove the devourer.
Yes, for your sake.
For our sake. So he will do the same thing for your business sake. So what you have to do is pay your tithe, and as soon as I am paying my own tithe, I am paying it on behalf of the business, because I got paid out of the business. So for you to maintain your capital and other things, you have to be very careful. If you are not paying yourself, you will just be going into it, because you are a human being. You need this. You might be going to the market, you are thirsty to drink water, you take 100 out of it to buy water, and you are not putting it back, it will be diminishing. So out of your own profit, you can be able to drink water, to drink whatever you have to do.
So there must be a discipline in it.
You have to be disciplined, and you have to be disciplined enough, because when you see those little profits, you will think you reach your destination, but you never reach. Because even if you are not aiming to go higher in the business, what is going to happen is, because you are taking out and you are not putting it back, you will be diminishing. So the level that you think you are today, you will come down from that. So you have to be disciplined. There should be money for the business and money for yourself.
True.
Yes.
Very true. I can remember this business person once said to me, sometimes the profit is there and I need some money to go do something, but I have to be disciplined enough not to trouble that money.
Yes.
So it requires discipline. Some of us just want to spend the money as the money comes in. We just spend it out till we have nothing left from our business crash. So it is important for us to be disciplined, for us to manage our business well, and all these things are basically productive, and we could earn some good money and pay ourselves. Now with business in the same focus. Now we have our own business. You have your business. You've been selling for all these years. How important is it to have a vision in your business? To envision something, to envision what you want to do for the next few years in your business. Why is it important to see ahead and plan for the future while you're in the present?
Okay. This brought me to the beginning of my business. When I started, to tell you the truth, I know I'm saying this to the world. To tell you the truth, I said it already, that I started with 3,500 Guyana dollars. And what did I start with? I started with this tank juice, and I started, the main thing was custard. Then after I finished making the custard generates a little profit. I use it for tank or maxi.
Yeah.
Those mix, I mix up everything together and I sell. You understand? But while I was doing that, I was looking at the future. That because when I was growing, I have this zeal that one day I will have a big restaurant, which I didn't reach yet. So while I started that tank or custard business, it was still in my mind that one day out of this custard business, I will reach the restaurant level. So that is where I am going to now. You have to have a vision. You have to tell yourself that, okay, I'm starting this little plantain chips business today, but by the next 2 years, I should be able to add maybe Polari to it.
True, yes.
By the next 3 years, I should add maybe granite to it. Then while you are going, you will still be adding things to it. So, but when you don't have that vision, you will only be at the custard level.
Wow. So there must be vision.
Yes.
Business deals with vision.
Yes.
And vision brings growth.
Growth.
I can remember in the Bible, God said to somebody, write the vision plain on the tablet.
Yes.
Your vision must be plain. And studying business in school or studying business, one thing they always tell you, make sure your vision is visible. Everyone can see your vision. They often say that. So, a visionless person can't achieve anything. So now, it brings me to our next question. Why is it important to be a hard worker as a business person?
You have to be a hard worker because if you don't work, you will not get anything. And the harder you work, the better things will be in your business.
Awesome.
You understand? So you have to work hard. Like, for example, I wake up sometimes 3:30. I could have been on the bed and wake up at 7 o'clock. But because I have to do it, so I have to wake up early. So that is where the hardness is coming into the thing. If you don't work hard, when you are doing it on a basic level, you will be on a basic level. But when you want to improve in life, you have to put more effort into it. You have to put more action into it, and you have to work harder.
Yes, everything deals with hard working. We all work hard to achieve anything, our goals and everything. We must work hard. So, for your business succeeded because you work hard, because hard work was there. And many persons don't believe in investing their hard work, their time, their energies and such to get a good business. So my final question is this, Dave. How some people are waiting for a lump sum of money to come in their lap. We've mentioned already you started $3,500, but some of them are still there. Some person have been there since Noah was a little boy, waiting for get some money to start this business, and now they're old and gray and they still with money. So what will you tell a young person who has a vision, has laid it plain on the tablets, know what they want, but just waiting there for a lump sum of money to come? What simple advice would you say to that person so they can get going and start doing something?
Well, this is what I would tell them. Start from the little, or start with the little that you have. Like I said, I will say it again, 3,500 was what I started with. How much is 3,500 in US dollars? It's like 15 US. That was what?
15 something.
15 or 17 US. That was what I started with. So you don't have to wait for 200,000 Guyana dollars before starting something else. Start from somewhere. The little that you have can do something. Even if it is 1 bag of flour or 1 pound of flour, you can start with it. Yes. So you as somebody who is willing to have a business one day, don't wait for 200,000 Guyana dollars or 300 to start. You can even start with 1,000, because when you take 1,000 Guyana dollars now, you go to any supermarket or you go into the market, you can buy 1 or 2 pounds of flour, come and mix it anyhow and put it out there. Just pray over it. He promised to bless the work of our hands. So no matter how little you start, one day you will reach where the Lord has created you to reach.
Amen. That is so true indeed. So don't forget, the Lord will bless the work of our hand. The Lord honors His word. So thank you for joining us on this episode of The Conversation. Lady Selase Selorm, we thank you for joining us this time.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We hope we invite you more so we can have more fruitful discussion. Until next time, see you. Goodbye for now.